Good morning and welcome to ACMA General Insurance Agency's daily dose of sales caffeine on FB Live. This learning session is brought to you by the ACMA Academy, where we share knowledge and skills development for professionals in the insurance industry. Today's topic will be creating financial independence through retirement fund planning. I am JP Malonzo, your trainer for today. So let me start this session by asking you, what's your personal definition of financial freedom? Probably a lot of you would say debt-free living, while others, you may capacity to buy what they want. Okay, so of course, what they need as well, while enjoying their lifestyle, like traveling, dining out, shopping na hindi mo na kailangan tingnan yung price tag. Tama ba? Okay, so most probably yan ang sinasagot mo ngayon. Well, to tell you honestly, marami naman tayong nakita na or even naranasan na struggles in making both ends meet. So what happens is, if sakto lang or worse, talagang kapos yung kinikita mo, yung perang hawak-hawak or tinatabi mo, it would definitely dictate the choices that you will make. Think about it. I know you as a person, you are a very responsible person. Kung may hawak kang pera ngayon, may hawak kang cash. Now you are confronted with a dilemma. Gusto ko mag-travel. Kaso, wag na lang. I want to eat out, dine out. Gusto ko mag-movie, gusto ko mag-shopping. Pero next time na lang. Why? Okay? Why do you tell yourself na next time na lang? Pang tuition na lang muna ng anak ko to. Diba? Your situation is actually dictating your choices. Or better term, wala ka talaga choice. Tama? Now, with that being said, now more than ever, kailangan mo talaga, okay, magsimula. Take that first step towards financial independence. Everyone has dreams in life for themselves, for their loved ones. Okay. And in order for you to have a clearer path towards financial independence, determine first where you really stand financially. So I want to ask you now, okay? And I want you to be truly honest with yourself. What financial goals have you achieved so far? Well, I'm sure a lot of you who are listening to me right now, nasa 20s, 30s, 40s, or even a bit more advanced age. So iba-iba pa puwede mong yung maisagot sa akin. Meron sa inyo magiging sagot, well, a lot of people that I talk to, okay, very simple yet very effective and motivating. Nakapagsimula na ako mag-ipon, okay? May savings na ako. It may not be that much, okay, but I started already. So how about you? Same sagot ba kayo? Okay. Or baka naman, are you able to buy your first car? Build your dream home? Some of you, okay? So you might answer, I have stricken off some of the items on my bucket list, like traveling to Europe, owning my own business. Wow, congratulations. Okay? And what does it mean for you? Now that I'm asking you those questions and I want you to really imagine it, contemplate on it, di ba ang sarap sa pakiramdam? Doesn't it motivate you even more? Inspire you to do more? Well, so go ahead, set your eyes on your next milestone. Now, with that being said, ano pa ang gusto mo ma-achieve? What's your next milestone? Now, I want to challenge you. Okay? Isipin mo, what would you like to achieve next? What's the next important milestone that you need to achieve? You might want to start your own family, have your house renovated, prepare your kids for education, okay? Have a comfortable life at retirement, expand your business, travel some more. So whatever you have achieved, be grateful for it. Okay? Use it as a stepping stone. Then really paint a picture in your mind that you're able to get what you dream of. How does that make you feel? Okay? Or baka naman iba sa inyo sabihin, wala pa ako na-achieve eh. Bata pa rin naman ako. Okay? Nagsisimula pa lang. Well, regardless, set your eyes on your first milestone. Kaya nagsisimula ka pa lang. Okay, kung nakapagsimula ka naman na, may na-achieve ka na, set your eyes on your next milestone, financial milestone. It will keep you on your toes. And all those dreams that you want will actually form part of your own timeline. Yes, you are creating your own personal timeline, and the dreams you have would fall on different periods. So as you go along, you will certainly reach milestone after milestone. And you would also notice that your set of priorities change as you pass through different stages of life. Now, from being single to getting married, from having kids to sending them off to school, from retirement to sustaining yourself through old age, you will continue to dream. You will have different set of priorities. I'm sure kayong mga nakikinig sa akin ngayon, you're in different stages. Okay? Let me help you figure this out further. If you are single, okay, you would normally desire luxury for yourself, right? Update gadgets, travels, leisures in life. Well, the reason, simply because you don't have that much responsibilities yet. Tama? Now, for those of you who are married naman, okay, you would like to have security and comfort in life. Security because you are now starting a family. Regardless kung sole breadwinner ka or dalawa kayo ng partner mo nagtatrabaho, okay? At the back of your mind, you want to have that sense of security that you will be able to provide for your basic needs. And syempre, you want to have comfort in life as well. Tama? Okay? So that's the reason why bago ka pa ikasal, nag-iisip ka na kaagad saan pa tayo titira. Okay, so gusto ko magbubukod, right? And of course, the security that I'm talking about to provide not just for the basic needs, but for you to have emergency funds. Now, definitely priorities would further change when you have kids already. Okay, so for the parents out here, okay, sa mga may chikiting dito, what do you need to prioritize? What do you actually prioritize now? Lalo na nagsisimula pa lang silang mag-aral. Okay? I'm sure, education ng anak mo agad ang naisip mo, tama? So think about it for a moment. Di ba as parents, how does that make you feel kapag napag-uusapan niyo, uy, saan kaya natin pag-aaralin yung anak natin? Or if your toddler actually would tell you, Mommy, I want to be a doctor someday. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be an astronaut. Well, needless to say, my dear parents, ikaw na isang magulang, you really want to secure your children's education to give them a better chance in life. And of course, when you're about to retire, you want to have a comfortable life at retirement, doing the things that you want to do, even to pursue your passion. All this timeline, all these are part of your timeline. Okay, these are your priorities. These priorities are and your milestones for each life stage. I'm asking you right now. Fast forward yourself per life stage and see yourself achieving those milestones. So now, how does that make you feel? Knowing that every step of the way, you're able to achieve that particular dream or milestone. That is how you will achieve financial independence by preparing for these milestones. Paulit-ulit nating sasabihin yan. Okay? And when you are already in that perceived future of yours, you will get to say to yourself, it was a well-planned journey. It's all worthwhile. But of course, though I ask you to imagine it, it will not have to end there. What should you do? You have to take action. Okay? Now, as I've mentioned, kayo ngayong mga nakikinig sa akin, you're in different stages right now. So whatever stage you're in, aside from your lifestyle, getting what you want and need, you also need to prioritize preparing for any health emergencies. The reason, well, do you know exactly when you will get sick? Can you even plan for it? Or are you exempted from being ill? Siyempre hindi. That's why you need to do health fund planning. So here's another milestone for you, okay? For your short-term goals. You may want to travel or even you want to get a house or your first car. And since baka nagsisimula ka pa lang, you may not have enough yet to pay off for it right away. So what will you do? You have to get a loan from the bank. Tama? But that would also entail having to pay for amortization. And definitely, you need to protect your assets from any unforeseen events as well. That's why you have to do asset protection planning. Now, since some of you, okay, have started to have a family na, or has a growing family already, you have dependents who rely on you. You also need to prioritize having funds for emergencies, and you need to protect your income. What does that mean? Protect your income. Okay? You as a breadwinner, if you're earning 100,000 pesos a month, that means that is the amount that you bring home to your family. You put food at the table. You send your kids to good schools. You provide for the family. So imagine that if you're suddenly taken out of the picture, the question is, who will provide for them? Okay? So that's why you need to do income protection planning as well. Now, for your long-term goals, you will need to ensure that you'll have enough funds to put your kids to college while you are also preparing for your life at retirement. So that's why you need to have education and retirement fund planning. And now, during your retirement years, you still need to provide for your wants, your needs, additional medical spending, and definitely you'll have to have a smooth transfer of your wealth with as little conflict and expenses as possible. That's why you need to have estate planning as well. Now, if you would notice, from your current stage up to your long-term goals, okay, so you could actually address that through income protection for life, for insurance protection for life, health, and asset. And of course, so for your retirement needs, it can be addressed through retirement and wealth transfer solutions. Okay, now let me share with you some important fact about these priorities. Okay, ikaw na isang magulang, or to all the parents out here, or for those na tumutulong sa pagpapaaral sa mga pamangkin. What's your motivation? What's your personal reason why you send them to school? Yes, we would want to send our kids to good schools to give them a better chance in life. Ang naiisip lang natin, di basta nakapag-aral, dapat matutunan nila yung mga subjects. Well, ladies and gentlemen, okay, listen carefully here. It has a deeper meaning. Okay? Education has a deeper meaning. It's not just about knowing the subject. Okay? It's not just about having good grades. Yes, it's good that you have high grades, you have awards and whatnot. Okay? That is a very good validation that you learn the subject. But you know what? What school, what education does is actually prepare the children, prepare the kids for the real problems of life. How to solve a particular problem. Inaayos na yung wiring ng pag-iisip ng mga bata. What it teaches a student is how to solve a problem. That's why education is very important. Okay? Unfortunately, a lot of Filipinos cannot even afford to go to school. In 2020 alone, it is said that 4.4 million Filipinos were unable to enroll due to lack of funds. That is according to SWS survey. And alam mo ba, at the beginning of 2022, out of the population of 112 million, 34.6% belong to children below 15 years old. So what does that mean? There are a lot of kids out there who would like to go to school and parents who would be needing help on how to prepare for it. Now, for your retirement, okay? So another eventuality, life expectancy now of Filipinos is still at 71 to 80 years old. That is according to worldbank.org. Well, good news, Ben, for you. Yes, it may sound as a good news because Filipinos will live longer now. Okay? But let me tell you now, it would also imply that there are other expenses through old age, like frequent visit to the doctors, maintenance medicines, and of course, their day-to-day expenses. Your day-to-day expenses. Bakit kapag ba nag-retire ka na, how would you like to spend it? Stay at home, chillax ka lang, relax, chilling, or worrying about tomorrow? Okay? 80% of Filipinos age 60 and above, they are not financially prepared for retirement. Some still try to work through their old age, while others rely on their kids for financial support. Okay? Just to get by every day. Paano naman yung iba? Anong ginagawa? Others rely on government benefits. Well, the question is, would that be enough? Are you willing to give up that comfortable life at retirement that you have dreamed of kapag ka nandun ka na sa golden years mo? Now, of course, for the unexpected events, according to World Data Atlas, mortality rate of Filipinos aged 15 and 60 is almost 38%. That age range includes those who are just starting to have a family, okay, or has a growing family already. And you know what? 77% of our population do not have any financial protection. That's according to BSP. Can you imagine that? Kung ikaw, between 15 and 60 years old ka ngayon, do you want to be part of these statistics? Naging part ka na nga sa 37.17%. Baka magkasama ka pa ba dun sa 77% na walang life insurance protection? So, what if you're part of that? You're suddenly taken out of the picture. How can your family survive? And of course, when stricken with any of these top 5 killers, okay, heart attack, stroke, diabetes, okay, so hypertension, okay, even cancer. Well, hindi lang siya physical suffering. It's not just the physical suffering that you need to endure. There are a lot of burdens that go along with it. In fact, a lot of Filipinos are not prepared for it financially when this happens. Let me tell you now, the average medical cost of treating cancer or stroke, around 1 million pesos, just an average. Okay? Remember, the bills do not end after the confinement or the procedure even. So after that, there will be medication, visit to the doctors, therapy. Okay? And according to BSP, let's compare it. Okay? Magkano ginagastos mo, pwede mong gastusin? Around 1 million pesos. At sabi ng BSP, 36,000 pesos ang nagiging average savings ng isang Pinoy. You can do the math, right? So talaga kukulangin kung sakasakali nagsisimula ka palang mag-ipon. And this happens to you. Well, some would argue, hindi, okay lang, may HMO ako, meron akong PhilHealth. Well, that's good. I would actually advise you to have that. Okay? Maganda yun. But, would that be enough? Depende sa magiging sakit mo. Hindi naman natin alam di ba? Huwag naman po sana, no? Okay? Pero hindi natin alam. Studies show that even with these sources, okay, so still 56% of the total medical bills will still be out of pocket. And ito, well, inflation, medical inflation actually rose to 10.1%, okay, during the pandemic. It made it matters even worse. And because of that, additional 3.9 million Filipinos are living in poverty due to medical inflations or in obligation. Well, it is in our nature that when we get sick, we want to get well. But it would always come with a price. Now, ikaw, pinakita ko na sa'yo lahat yan. Now that you have seen some important facts about these needs, what do you think could be your priority? Remember, lahat ng yan are part of your personal timeline. Well, regardless of what you choose as your number one priority right now, you will still need to fulfill the others. Well, you might be wondering, lahat naman pala kasi importante. Narinig ko sa'yo lahat, importante yan. So, ano ba dapat unahin ko? Well, listen carefully. Let me further help you decide. Okay? All those milestones can actually be divided into two categories, the expected and the unexpected. For the expected events such as education for our children, for a better future, and even comfortable life at retirement, we actually save and invest to secure these financial goals. But alam mo ba, syempre, alam mo mangyayaring eventually, despite knowing that this will happen eventually, marami pa rin nag-struggle to prepare for it adequately due to a lack of planning and discipline. And the situation may even turn for the worse due to the unexpected events like sudden loss of a breadwinner, contracting critical illnesses, or property damage. These can really derail you from achieving your goals. And it gives the most impact to you, your family, and your lifestyle. This is why in the hierarchy of financial needs, the unexpected events are at the base. You need to secure the foundation so that you will be able to prepare for what may happen anytime. This way, kahit yung mga what will happen in the future, secured pa rin. Well, all these things that you're seeing right now are like pieces of the puzzle. You can only truly achieve financial independence if you are able to fit all the pieces together. Remember that, ha? Okay? You need to fit all the pieces together. Hindi pa pwede mo may mawalang isa dyan. Well, you could prepare for the expected and address the unexpected events through saving and budgeting. Ako, napakasimple lang naman pala dapat gagawin mo. Okay? Saving and budgeting. But let me ask you now, why do most people still fail? Simple lang naman pala. Well, I'm sure some of you may have experienced struggling financially in the past. Or baka naman still, some are still struggling. Okay? Or the others, you may have seen it with your relatives, close friends, office mates, or baka naririnig nyo lang sa news. Basta the point is, there's always a financial struggle. It's lack of planning and discipline. Planning on how you will achieve your goals and the discipline on executing that plan relentlessly. So you could actually start through saving. Wag naman sana. Okay? But what if for some reason you are unable to work anymore starting today? How long will you survive financially? Worry-free? Or would you start selling what you have just to sustain your day-to-day expenses? The key to your financial success lies with savings. Ano ba kasi ang savings na yan? Savings is actually a delayed gratification. I will save my money now, earn some interest on it, so I can have a better financial standing in the future. That's it. That's saving. Di ba napag-usapan natin yung struggle kanina? Nabanggit natin kanina yan. Sige, next time na lang ako magta-travel. Next time na lang yung family vacation. Next time ko na lang bibilin yung gusto ko. Next time na lang. Pero this time, it's not because you are limited. Okay? Your choices are not limited. Okay? But you have a goal. A bigger goal for your future. Kaya nga delayed gratification eh. Okay, savings. Napakasimple lang naman dapat. Pero, what happens is, every time you receive your salary, what do you do? Well, I won't blame you ha, hindi ka sisisihin. It's the natural tendency of people okay, to worry about the bills. Kapag nakakuha nila yung pera nila, yung income nila, salary nila, okay, so you would worry about your bills, your loan your repayments, right? Mag-grocery ka. Yun nga lang, baka guilty ka dito ha. Baka naman you make purchases more than what you need. Or worse, you are buying things which are not necessary. Okay? So, the mentality is actually you spend first and then save whatever's left. But with this kind of mentality, the balance is usually zero. Okay? The correct mindset should be, okay? So you need to save first and then spend whatever's left. This way, you will be able to build funds for your future goals. Ano ba yung naging priority mo? Ano ba yung mga milestone that you're preparing for? Anong piece of the puzzle na ang inilalagay mo? Well, baka naman sabihin mo sa akin ngayon, okay, I don't have any idea how to save. Don't worry, I will teach you one of the savings regime tips. Okay? How much should you save every month? I'm not saying that you have to save all your monthly income. That would be very impractical. Kasi you still have bills to pay. You have to buy food, tama? But the idea is you need to pay yourself first. The rule of thumb, 50% of your monthly income would go to your basic needs, your food, your shelter, your clothing. Okay? 30%, nice to have. To enjoy your lifestyle naman. And 20%, yan na. That will be your savings. And of course, this, if you just follow this, you have to be very committed to yourself. Commit yourself in doing this. Okay? Earlier, pinapili na kita. Ano ba yung number one priority mo? You have determined. Okay? What's your future financial milestone? You can now use that 20% to save for that goal. Okay? And one of the budgeting tips that I could share with you is to manage your expenses. Now, to manage your expenses better, it is best to know where your money really goes. Was it spent wisely? Well, to know that, to answer that question, you need to categorize your expenses. Actually, a lot of people that I talk to realize a lot of things when we do this exercise. So let's do it together as well, okay? This is what we call the ACMA piso expense. Piso. Okay, so P is for priorities. Okay, these are the basic necessities in life, like things that you cannot live without. Your food, your shelter, your clothing. Of course, hindi ka naman mabubuhay kung hindi ka kakain. Tama? So, hindi ka naman lalabas ang walang saplot. Okay? And you need the roof over your head. Correct? Well, I stands for indispensable. These are indispensable or necessary expenses like tuition fees for your kids, your utilities, your insurance premiums. Okay, so these are your current at your current stage. Now, of course, we have the side interest as well or the nice to haves. Okay, these are expenses for you naman to enjoy your lifestyle, your current lifestyle, like buying bags, shopping, movies, and whatnot. Okay. O means of no value. These are the expenses that really don't add value to you whatsoever. These are just wants and not necessarily needed. Okay, now let me show you an example. Okay, so I want you grab a pen and paper. Okay, grab a pen and paper. But what I'm gonna show you right now is an example yung sa nakausap ko rin before. Okay, you will be surprised kapag ginawa mo nito. Be as detailed as possible. Okay, this comes as a realization. And these categories, in these categories, yung mga items that you see here, so these are the normal things then talaga my customers are actually enumerating. Okay? So, for the priorities, groceries 25,000. Okay, medyo maganda-ganda, malaki-laki ng konti yung family niya. Pero yung house niya, okay, so he's paying 25,000 per month. Okay? Clothing, di naman daw isang buong taon siya bumibili ng wardrobe. Okay, pero pagka sinuma total mo yan, 24,000. Okay, so we took the monthly expense for that. So lumabas 2,000 pesos. Utilities, so lumaabot sila ng 12,000. And of course, merong mga maintenance medicines, okay, so vitamins, so that's 1,500. So that's a total of 65,500 pesos per month. Ang annual nila is 786,000. So how about you? Magkano lumabas sa priorities mo? Talagang dapat i-detalye mo ha. Okay? How about your indispensable this time? So eto yung kausap ko, tuition fee, nagpapaaral siya kahit pa 12 months in a year. So 10 months lang naman nag-aaral. Sige, let's divide it kasi yan ang talaga pwede mo maging expenses. So yun ang ginamit namin, 10,000 ang lumabas ng tuition fee niya. Okay? Insurance premiums, for their transportation, maabot sila ng 6,000. And good thing, nagkakaroon sila ng savings. Okay? Yan sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Okay? So, nakapagsimula na ako kahit konti. Okay? 5,000 naman. Okay? So, total indispensable is 28,500. How about you? Okay, so, i-total mo rin yan, ha? And ang annual nila is 342,000. So, imagine this. Ikaw, i-total mo yung priorities and indispensable mo. These are the things that you really need. Priorities, you cannot live without it. You're indispensable. These are your necessary expenses at your current stage. Magkano ang total yung dalawang yan? Dito sa video pinapakita ko sa iyo is 1.17 million. 1,176,000 to be exact. Okay? So now, let's go to your side interest. Okay, so medyo malaki-laki rin. At ito you will be surprised. Baka as much as surprised doon sa kausap ko. That's the reason why important you list it down. Itemize it. Look at what happened here. Okay? Meron pang hobby. Maybe smoking, a bit of drinking, indulge yourself with chocolates, with snacks. Hindi, 1,000 lang ang budget ko dyan. Yan pa sinabi. Oh, ikaw, sige, justify mo. 1,000 pesos lang naman eh. Okay, 1,000 pesos lang. Pero for a month, in 1 year. And again, sige, inililista mo ngayon, pero aside from your list, tignan mo tong naging result. We were both surprised. The side interest total actually equals the indispensable. Can you imagine that? Just by listing it down, ikaw, most probably, just looking at this, looking at your own list, you'll have a realization, oo nga, no? Yung self-indulgence ko is the same as my necessary expenses, my indispensable expenses. So there's another eye-opener. And of course, there's of no value. These are the things na hindi talaga naman needed. Pero ginagawa pa din. Can you imagine that? 144,000. So total ng side interest and of no value is almost 500,000. Almost 500,000. So ikaw ba, magkano ang total mo? Surprising? Surprising. Okay? Now, you will have a better idea on how to manage your money better. Basta gagawin mo talaga to. Okay? But what I'm telling you right now is you have to fully commit yourself to doing it. Okay? Kailangan commit mo yung sarili mo in saving, the 50-30-20 rule tayo, yung 20%, and managing your expenses. Now that you have an overview of where your money really goes, ginawa mo na yan. Okay? You can create a positive cash flow for yourself. How? Well, you could eliminate yung mga of no value to you. These are the things that doesn't add value to you anyways, right? Okay? I'm not telling you to talagang tanggalin din yung side interest mo. Maybe you could cut it down. Maybe a bit, maybe a half of it, 50% of it. Okay? Ikaw, nasa sa'yo yan. But the idea is, cut some of your expenses. Okay? Tanggalin mo yung hindi nagdalagay ng value sa'yo, then cut some of a portion of your side interest. Okay? Then, this positive cash flow can now be used, can now be added sa 20% na sinesave mo for your number one priority. Now, let me tell you, sinabi ko nga, di ba, that what I've shown you are like pieces of the puzzle. Now, every time I talk to people and ask them about what their financial milestone would be or their priorities would be, they would normally tell me education for the kids. I want to save to buy a house, to buy a car, or even just to have enough savings just to get by every day. Well, that's good. I'm all for that. Tama yan. Those are actually part of the financial hierarchy na pinakita ko sa iyo kanina. Tama? But, let me remind you, okay? More often than not kasi, you tend to forget or nilalagay mo lang sa backseat your own retirement. I'm sure, okay, so you are now at the 20, 25, 30, 40s, okay, bata-bata ka pa. But let me tell you now, you can never be too young to even think about retirement. Bakit? Retirement is gonna be part of your life. And to tell you honestly, there are certain factors that will affect your plans. That's why the earlier you start, the better chance that you will be able to hit your target. Okay? So now, I want to tell you that as early as now, if you haven't started thinking and planning for your retirement, then act now, regardless what age you're in. You just need to take that first step. Ano ba kasi yung retirement? Well, simple. It's the action or fact of leaving one's job and ceasing to work. Eh, yun nga lang, when you cease to work, income ceases as well. Okay? Now, I want you to paint a picture in your mind. The perfect picture of retirement. Okay? Imagine yourself na retired ka na starting tomorrow. Okay? What will be your next adventure? Travel abroad? Gusto mo mag-beach hopping? Or stay at home lang, read good books? Pursue your passion? Baka gusto mo maging magaling na chef? Well, I am encouraging you to really think about it. Your life at retirement as how you would see, how you would like to see it. See yourself andun ka na. And you are doing all the things that you now have time for. Enjoying your life. Being comfortable. Well, for the people I talk to, there are some samples. Sagot nila when I ask them to imagine kung ano ba ang perfect picture ng retirement for them. Travel and see the world. Okay? Be happy and comfortable every day. Have a sense of purpose and meaning. Volunteer and feel wonderful helping other people. Live independently with love and purpose. Wow, ang parang ang lalalim, di ba? Ikaw, do you have the same answer? How does that make you feel? Yes, yung mga sagot sa akin na yan, and kung ano pa ang magiging sagot mo, not just to me, but for yourself. Okay? Sagutin mo sa sarili mo rin. Isa lang naman ang main reason bakit mo yan ini-imagine. Yung comfortable life during retirement. Di ba? Ikaw na nakikinig sa akin ngayon, you're starting pa lang. Okay? Or do you have have you been working several years now? Isang reason bakit ka naman nagtatrabaho is pagtanda mo, worry-free ka naman, tama? You want to enjoy life. So, what's the importance? Okay, anong importance? Bakit you need to know this one, kung anong tinuturo ko sa iyo ngayon? Let me share with you some important studies and statistics about retirement. Well, according to Philippine Institute for Development Studies or PIDS, by 2032, Philippines will have an aging population with 7% at age 65 and above. Well, sabi ko nga kanina, life expectancy is still at 71 to 80 years old based on worldbank.org. But did you know, only 29% of adult Filipinos have savings account. Wow. Okay, so huwag ka na mabibigla, no? This is the lowest daw. Okay, lowest ang Philippines with regard to people who have savings account across Southeast Asia. And of course, 80% of Filipinos age 60 and above are not financially prepared for retirement. Okay? So, ito dapat mong malaman para you can have a clearer picture on how important it is to plan for a comfortable life at retirement. Okay? Well, actually, a study conducted among employees aged 55 and above sa Wesleyan University, Philippines, they found out most respondents were not ready for retirement. And you know what's the highlight? Okay, what were the highlighted challenges? Lack of knowledge in investment. Difficulty in time management. See, pati time management, ano, apektado yung pagre-retire mo. And poor attitude towards savings. That's why tinuro ko rin sa inyo ngayon, tinuro ko sa iyo ngayon yung 50-30-20 rule. So, this is the reality. At times, kahit na ikaw, nagse-save ka na, pero kulang pa rin talaga, no? Okay? Kinukulang. Bakit? Kasi nga, you have to be committed first para magkaroon ka ng adequate plan. Let me paint the picture for you even more. So, have you heard about the Black Swan event? Okay? So, this is actually an event that comes as a surprise. Okay? Let me break it down for you. Normally used for investment, as an investment term ito, but let's use it for retirement purposes. Okay? Event that comes as a surprise. Ikaw ba? Have you ever even imagined that you will be experiencing lockdown due to pandemic during your lifetime? Di ba hindi? How many times in the past na nagkaroon ng SARS outbreak? Pero lahat ng tao nasa labas pa din. So wala sa isip mo that there will be a lockdown. But surprise, it happened. Okay? Did you anticipate it? Okay? You had no choice but to stay home. Worse, what if you became part of those that na-lay off? I'm sure you did not expect that as well. Okay? So how was life back then? How was life back then? Well, that's a preview of your retirement life. So I ask again, how was it? Worry-free? Did you feel secure? Alam mo kasi na may pambili ka pa ng grocery items mo for the next month, the next month, the next month. Okay? May pambayad ka pa ng bills. Or worried ka na, baka tumagal pa lockdown. And how can you cope up with your day-to-day expenses? Okay, so ikaw ngayon, regardless of how young you are, this is something for you to think about. Take action as well. Okay? Oh, you might be saying, may SSS naman ako eh. GSIS. Meron akong retirement plan from my company. That's good. You have something to look forward to. But will that be enough? Okay? I hope this is going to be an eye-opener for you. Okay? According to Mercer CFA Institution Global Pension Index, the Philippines has the second worst retirement income system across 44 countries. Okay, may pension ka nga from the government. Retirement benefit from your company. Pero again, will that be enough? Take matters into your own hands. Okay? And you have to realize that during your retirement life, if you are ill-prepared financially, hindi lang ikaw apektado, but the people you love as well. And you know what? It can trickle down to the next generation, then the next generation, then the next one, then the next one. It will become a vicious cycle. And that, my friend, is called sandwich generation. Okay? Sandwich generation meaning, ikaw, if you were not able to prepare for your retirement, syempre, retirement, you cease work, income ceases as well. Right? So, since wala ka ng income, how can you survive? Well, nandyan ngayon sila, anak mo. Dahil mababait sila, nahihinga naman ng tulong. So, if meron na silang sariling pamilya, in effect, dalawang pamilya tinutulungan nila. They are actually providing for their own family while they are providing for your needs. Anak mo yan. Right? Anak mo yan. And because they are actually providing for two families, okay, they won't be able to prepare for their own retirement as well. So what will happen? Once it's their turn to retire, wala silang enough funds sa retirement nila. So, yung kids nila, bali yung apo mo, sila naman ngayon ang tutulong sa mga magulang nila, sa anak mo. Make sense? Okay? And then, since dalawa na naman yung pamilya na tinutulungan, hindi naman sila makakapag-prepare for their own retirement. And the vicious cycle goes on and on and on. Now, lalo na sa'yo, bata ka pa, you have the power to stop this vicious cycle. If you are still young or otherwise, and you have already witnessed from your family, from your relatives, from your friends, your office mates, kapitbahay, you are in a perfect position to change and reframe your future. Your future. The next generation. Huwag mo na hayaan na danasin mo yung mga naranasan ng mga generations before you. Yung struggles nila just because they were not able to save for their own retirement. Stop this na. So, why was it hard for them? Or better question is, what were the real struggles they need to endure before? Dapat ikaw alam mo rin yan para maiwasan mo na. I want you, yes, ikaw, to avoid the worries that go along with old age. Ano ba yung mga yon? Okay? These are the challenges during retirement years if one is not adequately prepared, being in poor health and having no one to take care of them, exhausting their savings, being a burden to their children or family. Diba? Sakit-sakit naman nun. May sakit ka na nga, walang nag-aalaga sa'yo, or may nag-aalaga naman sa'yo, alam mo, burden ka. Okay? Kasi you were able to exhaust all your savings na. Let me show you a possible scenario later on about how would retirement would look like. Okay? So now, I want you to reflect on this para mapakita natin sa yung sinasabi ko. How much is your monthly expenses? Okay, so especially for those with the family. So let's say around 50,000 pesos. Okay? So syempre, monthly yan. Let's get yung annualize mo or annual expenses mo. So, annual expense is actually, kung 50,000 pesos a month yan, so that means 600,000 ang kakailanganin mo when you retire. Okay? 600,000. Now, let me ask you, okay? Why do you think it is important for you to prepare for your retirement funding need? A lot of people I talk to would answer, I want to enjoy my life. I want to be carefree. I want to live comfortably. I want to be able to buy what I want, what I need. How about you? Do you feel the same? Yes, that is actually the normal answers that I would get. And you are actually correct kung ganyan din naman ang sasagot mo. That is actually very important to be able to buy what you need and at the same time, what you want. Tama? Pero come to think of it, why do you want to have that capability to buy what both your needs and wants? Sa ngayon, lahat kayo may give a lot of reasons. But it would all boil down to one thing. You want to be secured during your old age. Security. Security. Tama? Okay. So now, I want you to imagine yourself. You're living comfortably na during your golden years. Namamasyal ka na, pursuing your passion. Okay, so you're traveling abroad kung saan bansa ka nagpupunta, tapos nilalagay mo kagad sa Instagram. And then, makikita mo, ang dami nagko-comment sa post mo. Okay? And they are very happy for you. You are able to achieve that. How does that make you feel? Doesn't it feel good knowing that you're able to buy to do what you want now? But what if you were not able to prepare for your retirement? And financially, you're not prepared na, knowing that you will have to be shouldered by your kids. Eventually, you might be a burden to them. How does that make you feel? Now, what are you willing and committed to do today to prevent that from happening? I'm pretty sure kasi you will feel sad, you will feel devastated, you will feel horrible knowing that you're a burden to your kids. Tama? So the question is, what are you willing to do? What are you committed to do today to prevent that from happening? Okay? Now, if this is your current situation, you're 35 years old, earning 70,000 pesos per month, okay, so 600,000 ang need mo. Okay, so every year, okay, kung magre-retire ka na, so dalawa lang naman pwede mo maging choices. Okay, retire gracefully or become a burden to your family. Tama? So, pwede mong pagmalaki. Pwede mo sabihin, well, I could justify. Okay? Natagal ko nagtrabaho. So, meron ako makukuha sa company ko na retirement benefit. Very good. Ayos yan. Pero there's a computation. That's according to law. Okay? So, roughly over a little over 1 million pesos. Okay? A little over 1 million pesos. Now, how much do you really need at the time of you retire? The idea is you have to have enough funds for your retirement na naka-invest din. Okay, para may growth pa rin naman yan year in, year out. And more importantly, every year, nakukuha mo yung need mong 600,000 para mabuhay ka same lifestyle that you're used to. For the next how many years? Let's say 20 years. Bakit? Kasi 60 years old ka, for example, magre-retire. Ang sabi natin, lifespan hanggang age 80. So, 20 years mong kakailanganin yung 600,000 na yan. So, ako na magko-compute for you. That's a total of 10 million pesos. 10 million pesos. Okay? Ayan. So, here's how it's gonna work. 10 million ka magsisimula. Okay? 10 million ka magsisimula and then every year kukuha ka ng 600,000. Whatever's left, okay? So, it will be reinvested at 2%. Kasi 2%, let's be conservative. And then, the following year, kukuha ka na naman ng another 600,000 para mabuhay ka same lifestyle that you used to. Then, whatever's left, reinvest it again at 2%. Okay? So, that's what's gonna happen. Until such time, kung 20 years ka lang talaga, up to 20 years kang mabubuhay pa, so, at the end of your retirement, nakuha mo na lahat yung kailangan mong withdrawin. Every year, 600,000. So, that's a total of 10 million pesos. That's how much you have to prepare adequately. We're not talking about inflation yet. Ito pa lang yan. Okay? So, that's for the 600,000. How does your retirement look like financially? Kung sakasakali, ayan na. May 10 million kang need, na-compute natin, meron kang retirement benefit from the government, well, kulang ka pa ng 8.9 million pesos. Okay? 8.9 million pa. How about your SSS? Baka meron kang SSS, sinasabi mo. Okay? So, sige. I'll compute that for you pa rin. That's a total of 2.1 million. So, that means you still have a gap of 6,827,944 pesos. Okay? May gap pa rin. That's why ikaw, you have to make saving and investing a way of life. Always remember, it's not just how much you earn, but how much you save. Malaki nga income mo, pero lahat naman ginagastos mo. How can you create a positive cash flow for yourself? Okay? So, gawin mo yung savings tip na sinasabi natin kanina. 50-30-20 rule. Set aside a fixed percentage regularly. So, aside from savings, mag-invest ka rin to grow your money. Okay? To grow your money. Now, of course, may difference yung dalawang yan. Pag sinabi kong saving, that is actually capital preservation, which means gagamitin mo na kasi yung pera soon eh. So you have to preserve your money. You have to keep your money intact. While investing, lalong-lalo na, bata ka pa, let's say 35 years old ka nga lang eh, or 25 or whatnot. Okay? You can invest for capital appreciation, to grow your money and preserve the value of your money. Okay? And take take advantage of the power of compounding. Okay? So let me show you the difference. Kung sakasakali, ito hindi nga lang savings, talagang itinabi mo lang yung pera mo. Okay? 1,000 pesos per month, ilalagay mo lang sa closet mo. Okay? So after 40 years, meron ka ng 480,000 pesos. Pero if you invested that at 8% per annum, so tingnan mo yan, after 40 years, 3.5 million pesos. That's just 1,000 pesos per month. Okay? And, ilang taon ka? 20 years old, 25 ka lang yan, 35. Oh, sige. Let's say, kung nasa 20 years old ka, You just need to save 285 pesos, okay, per month at an 8% annual interest rate. By age 60, meron ka na kagad 1 million pesos. And for those of you na nakikinig sa akin yan, baka sabihin mo nasa 40s ka na, nasa 50s ka na. Well, it's not too late. Basta you have to start now. Okay? At age 50, kailangan mo lang mag-save ng 5,430 a month. For the next 10 years, meron kang 1 million pesos. Basta naka-invest yan at 8%. So, as I mentioned, we take advantage of the power of compounding. Okay? That's what's important. Okay? And you have to be committed. Naku, 5,400 a month, parang ang laki naman nun. Well, edi dun mo gamitin yung 20% savings mo. Right? 50-30-20 rule. Yung binawas mo dun sa piso expense mo. That's why tinuturo ko sa iyo ngayon yan. Okay, so sige. Let me remind you of this. Magkano yung gap mo? 6,827,000. Kasi ang na-compute natin para sa iyo is 10 million pesos ang retirement fund na kailangan mo. Hindi, ibawas natin yung retirement fund na makukuha mo sa retirement benefit mo, makukuha sa company. Bawasan rin natin yung government pension. Your gap is still at 6,827,944 pesos. Paano mo pag-iipunan yan? How could you do saving? How could you do investment to get to that point? You have to stay committed in paying yourself first. Let me show you how. Okay? How simple it is for you. Okay? Para mas makita mo rin sa sarili mo an eye-opener, a realization, oo nga, kaya ko to. If you will just stay committed to the 50-30-20 rule. So how much is your monthly income? Okay? So sabihin natin nasa 50,000 ka ngayon. What's 20% of that? It's actually 10,000 pesos. Monthly yan. Monthly. So that's on an annual basis, that is actually 120,000 pesos. 120,000. So, priority mo ngayon na retirement? Diyan mo ilagay. Doon mo ilagay yung magiging savings mo. And dahil bata ka pa lang ngayon, it's gonna be easier for you. Pinakita ko sa inyo kanina, di ba? Pinakita ko sa iyo. Kung 20 years old ka lang, o less than 300 pesos ang iipunin mo buwan-buwan. At same goes here. Dahil bata ka pa ngayon, you still have a long way to go before ka mag-retire. Well, mas maliit lang ang kailangan mong ipunin. Ideally, you have to save until before you retire. Okay? Sige, pagbibigyan na kita. 10 taon ka lang mag-iipon. So how many years do you have to save 120,000? Okay? Ulitin ko, maganda niyan until before you retire. Pero sige, pakita ko sa'yo, what if 10 years ka lang mag-save? Okay? At 12%, I will help you. Okay? I will help you look for a growth rate of 12%, an investment vehicle that could actually provide you 12% growth. So here you go. You only need to save 63,000. Okay? Invested at 12% growth for the next 10 years. So that's 63,000 for 10 years. To be exact, 63,468 pesos and 15 cents. Kung bibigyan na kita ngayon ng 12% growth na investment vehicle. So, tingnan natin. Age 44 ka pa lang yan, ha? So, 10 taon ka lang nag-save. Then, after that, your money will still be invested, will remain invested. Pero ikaw, hindi ka na nagdadagdag. Okay? At age 54, nandun pa rin yung pera mo, invested pa rin na 12%, nasa 3.8 million, close to 3.9 million na. And let me show you this one. Tumagal pa yung pera mo dyan na naka-invest. Okay? At age 60, start of your retirement, look how much you have. 6,827,945 and 0.09 cents. Magkano ba yung gap mo kanina? 6.8 million din. See? Kung ngayon ka na magsisimula, it's gonna be easier for you. 63,000. Eh magkano ba yung na-compute mo na 20% savings mo? Di ba? 120,000. Tapos magka-cut down ka pa ng some of your expenses. Eh de, maraming pieces of the puzzle kang masosolve. Does that make sense to you? Do you now have some realization? So, ulitin ko. Gusto mong mas maganda pa o mas maliit pang sisave mo taon-taon? Then you have to save until before you retire. Okay? Now, pinakita ko lang sa iyo ngayon is up to 10 years. Pero it will actually solve the gap na for you. Now, there's only one thing left for you to do. Secure your future today. That's it. That's the only thing that you need to do. Take action. It's not just for you to listen, it's not just for you to learn, but for you to take action. Thank you for joining Akma Insurance Agency's FB Live. We are live every day, Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. on Akma's FB page. Please like and follow our FB and YouTube pages for our latest updates and contents. Don't forget to start your day every day with a daily dose of sales caffeine. This is JP Malonzo for Akma General Insurance Agency. Have an amazing day.